Is there ever cheating or contestants sabotaging each other in pageants?
Well, of course there are. I mean, I have had girls pull out an evening gown chopped up. You've had girls walk off the stage even at a high school pageant, and the girl just happens to step on the train of the girl in front of her, and then you hear rip, and the other girl freaks out, right? Um, I've had one time in a little pageant, teenage girls, they had to do like something in the opening number, and they had to say something funny or whatever. Well, right before this girl went on, another girl stole did her intro that she practiced all week. Somebody else said it. And so the girl was like, well, hell, I got to say something else. So she kind of came up with something, but she wasn't quite on her game. And then the other girl just goes, God, I have loved yours so much this week. Nerves hit me, and I just said yours instead of mine. And no, honey, you did that intentionally.
That's devious.
It's in everything. These things happen. They're evil people, right? And so I actually coach some girls when they know somebody's coming at them, how to handle it, how to balance yourself.
Who do you have to coach more, the contestant or the parent?
100% the parent. The parent always, but it's a different type of coaching. You know, I may do more work with the contestant, okay, time wise, but the in depth is that I have a parent who thinks that Betty Sue is this way and this is how Betty Sue's going to be, and Betty Sue's not that way. The New York Times Magazine article, they made fun of the mom who answered all the questions for the girl. That happens all the time, and it's the ideals of what they think. She is so kind, and I'm like, no, honey, your daughter's a mean girl. I've coached them how to learn to be kind by calling them out. You're being a mean girl. Um, but this mom came up and said her daughter was brilliant, like 34, 35 ACT, going to go to Vanderbilt because, mama went to Vanderbilt. And she's going to major in physics. She's going to be a physicist. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Nothing the girl told me matched that at all. She didn't read books about it. She didn't watch movies about it. She didn't care anything about it. She didn't even care about, she wasn't even going to be an engineer. She wasn't anywhere near that. But mom had said that that was what she was going to be. And finally, I pushed the girl and said, give me something that we can put on your paperwork to show that they understand this is what you want to do in life. Boom. She goes, that's the problem. I don't know what I want to do. And starts crying. Well, after that thing was over, mama threw her in the car. I never saw those people again. It was like taillights and bye. Because this mother is forcing this child to be someone. When I work with someone, I'm cutting that umbilical cord. Nothing is worse to me to see someone who wants to be something else, and we have to tell the parent we want to major do or do whatever.
Which state would you say that pageant competitions are biggest in?
The first one that comes to mind is Oklahoma. It's still massive. There are more contestants in California, more contestants in New York, but across the board, historically, to me, their top 10 at Miss Oklahoma America was as solid as Miss America, hands down. Alabama used to be amazing. It's kind of dead wood right now, kind of old and boring. Um, then there's Miss Georgia, who is it's always been fun. The people have fun at the show. And it's gotten, I mean, this year at Miss Georgia, I just know with the girls there with the talent, we're going to feel like we're at American Idol, at least with the top 10 numbers. So that's kind of fun. Kentucky's always been a great state. Um, and other states have moments, right? Where they have somebody that's phenomenal from Wisconsin, which you don't even think would be pageant, has had Miss Americas. And boom, they're doing something there. In Minnesota, the same way. But those areas really emphasize the arts. And so when you have places that emphasize theater and the arts, Christian Chenoweth couldn't even win Miss Oklahoma. Come on.